The experiments you will see have been carefully done by professionals and should not be tried at home without parental guidance. Please follow the caution signs throughout this program.
Welcome to Creation is Science, where we learn fun and new ways to learn about our Creator who has wonderful things in science. I'm Aunt Francine, and this is Professor Roy.
Hi.
I'm excited to be here, and we also have joining us Ethan.
Hi, Ethan.
Macy.
Hi, Macy.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, hi.
And Wade.
Right,
So
Wade.
what do you have for us today?
Well, we're gonna learn a little bit about electricity.
Ooh.
Yeah. How many brought electricity? Did you bring electricity today? Nobody brought electricity? Well, let me ask you another question. Did you bring your body today?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody brought their body. You know our bodies generate electricity. Did you know that? That's right. The average body generates about 100 millivolts of electricity. That's pretty cool. We can't live without electricity. You need electricity to see, to smell, to taste, to touch, and for your heart to beat and your muscles, you got to have electricity.
So we could light up a light bulb, correct?
You could.
Almost, yeah, if we did
yeah.
it right.
But I don't want you to get shocked. Not yet.
No,
Okay.
not yet. Okay.
Let's see what we got. You know, there was a man that lived a long time ago that told us a lot about electricity. Let me see. Wade, let me get you to, can you find a coil over there?
Yeah.
This gentleman's name was Michael, and it was Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday told us something very, very interesting. Thank you very much, Wade. Well, Michael Faraday said, you know, before Michael Faraday came up with this idea, people had to build a battery. Have you ever built a battery? Well, they're really fun. You can build batteries at home, and it's really fun to build batteries. But people built a battery, and then if they wanted electricity, they had to plug into the battery to get the electricity. Is that what you and I have to do? Do we plug into batteries? Well, sometimes we do. If we have a flashlight or something that has a battery in it or a cell. But Michael Faraday said this. All you need is a coil of wire, and I have a coil of wire right here, and then you're going to need some kind of a magnet, and I've got a big strong magnet right here. And if you put the magnet through the coil of wire, then we have two LED light bulbs right here. You know what LED stands for? It's an acronym. Each letter stands for a word. It's a light emitting diode. And every time I put this through, get a little closer right here so you can see. Come on, a little closer. If I put the magnet through that coil of wire, can you see those little LED light bulbs going on?
Yeah.
They're going
Yeah.
on and off, on and off, on and off. Can you see that? That's interesting, isn't it? So it revolutionized the entire world. So now if people want electricity, all they had to do is what? All they had to do is have a coil of wire and a magnet, and they could have generators. And we have generators today, don't we? We really do. I'm going to set this down up here. Now let's see. Ethan, could you get that flashlight for us? So we have a flashlight that has a generator all built inside of the generator. Hey, why don't you do that for us? Why don't you go ahead and make that? He's going to turn muscle energy into electricity. That's right. Shine it into their eyes. Can you shine it into their eyes and over here too? Isn't that interesting? Cool. Well, let's see what we got right here. Hey, thanks for doing that. But let's pass it down here, and you can see we have what? We have coils of wire and a magnet that's round, and it's spinning. So check that out. That's interesting to me. It really, really is. You know, there's another form of energy that we can have. In fact, it's called a radiometer. We can get energy from the sun, which would be kind of cool. So could you get the radiometer for me? Do that? Okay, so we're going to have Cheyenne to get that for us. Let's see what we got over here. Now put those right here in the center right here. And we got some bright lights. We're going to get the bright lights on here. And what's going to happen is those little paddles, those are called vanes, and they're going to start spinning because of the radiant heat energy from the sun. Actually, we have really, really bright lights in the studio here, don't we? And they're going to be spinning around. And one side of the paddle is white. The other side is black. And what happens, that infrared energy, it heats up the black side, and that's a kind of almost a vacuum inside of right there. And so we have the molecules are bouncing off of those black hot sides, and it pushes them, and it always goes in the direction of that black vein. Isn't that really cool? It really is cool. Hey, I've got another way that we can generate electricity. And this is a thermoelectric converter. And it kind of looks like a little toy, but it's not a toy. And we made a little fan motor out of the little straw. And
Let's
what we're
get our
going to
goggles
do
on
is
for this one.
we're actually going to heat something up. We're going to get one of these legs really, really hot because I have some hot water right here, and I'm going to pour this hot water into there.
Come close.
All right. And then the other leg is going to get cold because I have some ice water and some actually cubes of ice in this other one right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Could you, Aunt Francine, can
Yes.
you move that off? Because I'm afraid I'm going to.
This one?
Yeah, all the whole thing, this whole thing. There we go. We're going to need a little bit of room. So I'm going to put this down in here. Now, when this leg right here gets hot, it's going to heat up that thermoelectric converter. And we have ice cubes in this other one right here. Man, that's really hot, isn't it? And when it gets a certain temperature, a little fan motor is going to start to spin. So when you notice a little bit of spinning on that, oh, look at there. Did you see that? Wow, it's almost like magic, but it's not magic at all. It's really cool science. And it's going to start to spin. And so watch that, and it should start. Oh, it's going to start again. Look at it, it's going. What direction is it turning? What direction is it turning?
Right.
It's turning, which direction? It's turning that way, right? What direction is that?
Left.
That's left, and we call it counter what?
Clockwise.
Counterclockwise, that's exactly right. So we have an electron flow by using hot water and cold water. Can we make those electrons go the other way? What do you think? How can we do it? What do you think?
By turning the fan around.
By turning the fan around. Okay, I'm going to turn the fan around. There we go. And look, the fan motor is turning the opposite direction. Is that what you had in mind?
No.
No. What did you have in mind?
Spin that thing around.
Oh, turn the thermoelectric converter around. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's set it like it was. All right, here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trade the hot with the cold, right? Trade the hot with the cold. And as soon as that cold leg gets hot and the hot leg gets cold, what should happen to our little straw fan?
You just start
the other
turning the
way.
other
It
direction.
should turn it the other way. Okay, so watch it. And when they get to be about the same temperature, then our little fan is going to stop because the temperature, there's not a temperature differential. So watch it carefully and see what can happen with that. That's interesting. It takes a little bit for that to happen. But you know, there's another thing that we get from the sun. It is solar energy. And let's see, let's take our radiometers right here. And could you just put those back for us, okay? Let's get our radiometers. Oh, look, it's starting to turn, but we need to go a little bit better. Okay, so let's get our bright lights coming down right here. And what do we have is we have some solar cars on your table. Get your solar car ready to race. Okay, go ahead and pick it up. And what can we do? Can you set your solar cars in the center right here? And let's see if they'll race across my table. Oh, look what happened to our fan motor. Is it turning the opposite way?
Yeah.
Wow, so, look, whoa, I got it. Oh, whoa, look at that. And our little solar cars are running because it's turning solar energy, light energy, straight into electricity. Whoa, isn't that great? I think yours is the fastest. He's got the fastest one right there. It might need a little push. Isn't that cool? That's interesting. And the kind of energy that we get is called direct current. Isn't that cool? I like that. Now we've got a big car right here. Let's set the big car right. Whoa, hey, you know what? I just pulled it apart. That's not a good idea. And that little car might run this direction right here if we get that thing in there.
Can get it.
Okay, it doesn't have to be fitting really tight. Okay, let's set it down like here. Let's see what's going to happen with this one. Let's put it up here. Can you see those wheels? Oh, that's interesting. Well, it worked when we practiced, and now it's not working. Let's check it out.
Nope.
Let me get the right wheels turning right here. Let's see what can happen right here. And it's not working. Oh, what happened right here? Oh, look what we did. Okay, we got the pulley and we got a little belt right here, and it came right off of the pulley. Let's see what's going to happen here. All right, so we just had a little accident right here. You know, accidents can happen. That's right.
Oh, my.
Oh, I did it, didn't I? I really did it. Well, that
Let's see.
Auntie.
Oh, I hear something.
Are you a good fixer?
I sometimes am.
You're a good fixer-upper. Hey, we
But
got
not
one more
right
thing
now.
that we want to show too, and it is
Let's
a
get that going.
magneto generator, and that little belt came off of those two pulleys right there. But we
Okay.
have a magneto generator. You want to get that magneto generator for us? It's over there someplace. How can we do that? And how would you like to feel some of that electricity that we can generate? Would you like to feel some of that electricity? Well, here, come on up front.
As long
right
as
here.
it doesn't hurt.
Okay, is that car working now?
I
It
think
is. Look at the
so.
big cars working. Hey, thanks for getting that. Look at that. And we actually have big cars that work off of solar energy as well. Hey, stand in front of my tables right here. Just stand right in front right here. what we're going to do is we're going to see if you can feel a little bit of electricity. So what I have is I have a generator. If I turn the crank right here, do you see something spinning right there? Well, those are coils of wire and they're spinning. And these two dark things are magnets, just like we had that. What, did you see that other thing that we had with the magnets and the coils of wire? Okay, so when I turn this, we should be able to feel some electricity. And electricity likes to travel in wires that we call conductors. So why don't you hang on to that one for me, okay? But stand close to her. Here's another one. You can hang on to this one as well with your other hand, okay? Let's get these all untangled right here. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes, we got a good tangle. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug you in. Does anybody ever plug you in at night? You get plugged in at night? You don't?
No.
Does tucking in bed count?
So how do you get your energy? You get your energy from eating, don't we? And sleeping and exercise. There you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the crank. You let me know if you can feel some energy. Can you feel anything? No, we actually have a circuit, but it's called an open circuit. So what I want you to do, just hang on with this hand. Here, move this right here, and you hang onto that pipe right here. Okay, Aunt Francine, you hold that in like this right here. Can you feel anything now? No, because you're not connected. You have to be connected to feel it. So hold each other's hand. Can you hold each other's hand? Hold each other's hand right here. There you go. Let me know when you can feel it. Are you ready? Count down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's try it. Did you feel that? Did you feel that? Was that fun?
Ooh, no.
That was fun. But we generated electricity.
That surprised me.
We generated some electricity by using that method. Hey, we got a little radio right here. Let's check that out. Here, why don't you bring the radio over here?
Go ahead, Cheyenne.
And you know what? It's got a little crank on it. Can you see the crank right here? Let's pull the crank out right there. And what I'd like to have you do, why don't you hold the generator like this and go around and around with the crank.
Fast,
and it has a generator built inside of that weather radio. And the weather radio will give us the weather forecast, give us AM and FM broadcasts. And let's see, is it talking to us? It's not. Keep going. You did a good job.
Fast. This is really helpful when it's an emergency, like if there's bad weather. I have one of those at home.
That's exactly right. Okay, now stop cranking. There you go. And it has a little switch right here. Let's turn the switch on. Boop. And you know what happened right here? And we've got a light bulb. That's interesting. She generated the light, enough electrical energy to operate that. Oh, and there's our radio. Isn't that cool?
That is really cool.
I know. And it has a little capacitor in there, and it charged up that capacitor. Isn't that really cool?
So it's kind of like those coils again. It charged it up.
That is interesting.
That's so neat. That reminds me of a Bible text. Let's see if we can turn it off. Let's turn it off. Wade, would you help me get the Bible? And let's look up John 15:5. And what does that say? Some of you, do you know it by heart? I think we might know this one by heart.
I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing.
So who do we have to be connected with?
The vine.
The vine. Who is the vine again?
Jesus.
Jesus. If we are always connected with Jesus, who is the source of all energy, right?
Right.
Is he the source of everything?
Mm-hmm.
He is. And as long as we are connected to him, we can learn a lot. So how do we go about being connected with Jesus? What things can we do?
Reading the Bible.
Reading the Bible.
Pray.
What else?
Praying.
Absolutely. And there's lots of ways we can form energy, right? Don't you like having fun with these solar things and power? I love playing with energy like that. Thank you, Professor Roy. And are you excited to find new things and new ways in creation? Because creation is so wonderful. And thank you for joining us for Creation is Science!